Hey guys, back here we've got our first $5 game for today. As I said, we're going to move up through the limits as we go through the series from the 5s to the 10s to the 20s. What you're going to find at the low stakes, such as the $2 and the $5 games, is basically that they're all going to be losing players because the winning players tend to filter up through the limits. And as I mentioned, that you're going to find two distinct categories of players. You're going to find your weak passive and your loose aggressive players, really, were your crazy spewy maniacs in the really low stakes. And it's pretty easy to determine pretty early on what type of player they are. Okay, so we're just going to fire up the action here, and we're going to talk about certain spots and develop reads as we go through the matches. We'll just check the King 6 away here. Okay, so we're not going to just fire away at this flop because we don't really know whether he's going to limp, 100% of the time, or what his limp means at this point in time. Okay, so we're not going to do anything crazy out of line just yet. Although aggression in certain spots is going to be our best friend against a lot of these opponents later in matches. Okay, so we flop top 2 here. We're definitely going to be c-betting here and see how he responds to c-bets. There's no point in doing anything other than going ahead and just firing away here. Ace-5, we'll just check it away again and just see how he plays post-flop. I expect him to bet again here. It's not a great board to mess around on. Once again, we'll just give it to him. Okay, they're really small pots. There's no need for us to do anything until we really develop reads and really work out how he's gonna react through the match and what type of player he actually is. Then we can use our knowledge of board textures and take certain lines to abuse his tendencies. Okay, so now that we can see that he's limping a lot, I'm going to start raising fairly wide here, out of position. The other thing here is there was no need to go ahead and raise this flop here with middle pair when he c-bet there, because we're only going to get called by better hands. We've got showdown value and we're just going to try to steer our hand to showdown. If he fires a third barrel here, I highly doubt that we're good. But quite often players will fire 2 streets and they don't have the balls to fire the third barrel. So if he did actually fire the third barrel there, considering that he's limped his first 3 buttons, I don't put him in the maniacs category just yet. I think we're best to be folding that river had he fired the third barrel. Let's see what he had. So he had Queen 3. Okay, so we'll certainly take note that he can fire 2 barrels there with air, but couldn't actually follow through with the third. Here we pick up a draw on the turn. Betting here out of position is going to put us in awkward spots if he calls and we missed on the river. So there's no point to do anything silly. We're going to keep it relatively straightforward here in the early stages of the match. I'm going to be folding this pop bet. We're just not getting the odds here to be calling either.